All right, Edward Pevos for MLive along with Nagsheen. It's Fantasy Football Week 10.
Wow.
I know, right? It's getting down to the playoff race for your league. So we're going to start right now with our quick pick of the week. Somebody that we think might help your team out quite a bit. Maybe somebody you might not expect. Can I go first? All right, I'm going to.
I guess. I have no choice.
J.J. Nelson. You know who that is? Because not a lot of people do. J.J. Nelson of Arizona. He took over as the starting wide receiver last week. He's incredibly fast. He's against San Francisco. Nobody can cover him, especially from San Francisco. He should be on everybody's team now, and he's a very good play this week and the rest of the week going the entire season. They play 3 wide receiver set in Arizona, so he's going to get the ball a lot.
All right, my start of the week is Alshon Jeffrey against Tampa Bay. He has Cutler back, and he should start putting up big numbers. And of course, he's going to go like this.
He has Cutler back.
We never agree. So I remember.
Listen, Jeffrey is good. There's no doubt.
He is good.
But.
And I remember a couple weeks back, you did pick up a lot of Chicago people. And
yeah, I got Jordan Howard. I'm on Jordan Howard. He's been inconsistent too. It's just a lot of inconsistency with the Bears, but yeah, he's a good start this week. All right, let's get into quarterbacks. Where are we? We're in Dearborn at Brome Burgers and Shakes. Now, this is good stuff here. They have really good burgers, really good fries, really good milkshakes. I've never been here before until today. I enjoyed it.
It's really good. The pecan pie shake was amazing. So thanks for recommendations on that, you guys at Brome Burger. Thank you.
So it's kind of like you come in, you order, you sit down, and they bring it to you. It's not like a sit-down restaurant where you tip and everything. It's good. So
all right, quarterbacks. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
All right. So quarterbacks.
This is the only quarterback that we need.
No, you need to sit down.
Bye week though. If he's on a bye week, who should you pick up? Who should you start?
All right. Carson Palmer against Sanford. Because just look what Breeze did last week, and Arizona has a similar offense, so I think you should expect big numbers from Carson Palmer.
J.J. Nelson.
And J.J. Nelson, like he is kind of obsessed with this week.
This guy's good.
Jay Cutler against Tampa Bay. He slings the ball all day, and he loves targeting Alshon Jeffrey. So those are my two kind of like a little package deal this week. So I'm going to do that. And then Alex Smith against the Panthers in a game where they should not blow them out, and he's going to be passing the ball. And then I have sleeper Carson Wentz against Atlanta, because you know Atlanta gives up the most points to quarterbacks. Last week, you guys didn't really agree with my Jameis Winston,
really
and Jameis Winston had 261
We
yards.
both said Jameis Winston.
3 touchdowns.
We both were on the Jameis Winston bandwagon.
So we didn't steer you wrong. And then I have a sit. I'm going with Colin Kaepernick. You just can't do it.
What?
Against Arizona. Nope, they're stingy to quarterbacks.
Oh boy, they are, but I think that game's going to be a shootout. I would feel comfortable starting Kaepernick if you had to. I mean, I do agree that maybe he's somebody you should avoid, but if you have to start him, maybe a good 12 to 18 points, depending on how many touchdowns he gets. We'll see. I like Marcus Mariota this week against Green Bay. Their secondary's weak. That game should be a shutout. Mariota, I've talked about him the last couple weeks, and he's really come on as well. So I hate Trevor Siemian of Denver, but he's at New Orleans this week, and if there's one game that he might do well, this is the week. I do have Jay Cutler, but I really think I know.
What?
I know. I do think they're going to run the ball a lot more this week against Tampa Bay as well, but I do think they'll run the ball. So it could either go Jordan Howard's way or it could go Cutler's way. We'll see. I love Palmer against Frisco. I love Eli Manning. Cincinnati's defense isn't as good as people think it is, and Manning's been pretty strong lately. And I do like Dalton. I think that game. I don't like Dalton as much as Manning in that game against the Giants, but we'll see.
Manning has been passing pretty quick.
And actually, like I said, I do like Kaepernick, but Big Ben, by the way, he's not completely healthy, and he didn't do that well last week. He did okay, but even for Ben, doing just okay is better than the majority of quarterbacks. He's only going to get healthier. This week, he might struggle a little bit, but again, he's a must-start. So if you're worried about Big Ben, start him. He's not fully healthy, but he'll put up some good numbers. And I would sit Sam Bradford at Washington and Ryan Tannehill at San Diego. Tannehill's kind of a game manager now.
You're giving him
I know.
Top three
All Tannehill's doing is handing the ball off. So Running backs, speaking of handing it off.
Running backs, of course, we're going to keep riding that wave. Jay Ajayi.
Talked about him a month and a half ago. I gotta bring that up.
Chargers.
I gotta bring it up.
I mean, there's not really much you can say.
Before he was anybody, I told you to pick him up.
He's a beast.
Very happy
He's a
about it.
monster.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And then Terrence West, because it's an obvious playing against Cleveland. So we all know what happens when you play Cleveland.
Ken Dixon might. I don't know. You never know. And he's been getting a few more carries. We'll see.
I like Terrence West.
Watch Dixon though closely. Watch that Baltimore running back situation closely.
Devontae Booker against the Saints.
Yeah, I have him too, and he better rebound.
He needs a rebound. This past Sunday was just like I always say this quote. It was torture to my eyes. There's been so many games this season where my eyes are just like, what is going on?
Well, the game flow didn't go well for
not.
Denver, and that's the thing that could happen this week. New Orleans is a great matchup for Booker, like you said. But if New Orleans, who is at home, starts to blow them out, Booker's not going to do well. So.
And then I got a sleeper. You ready for this?
Sleeper.
Matt Asiato. Sleeper. He's going to play against Washington. Good matchup. Potential touchdown. Keep a lookout for him because I honestly think he's going to do well this week. Sitter with Garrett Blunt against the Legion of Boom. Do not start him.
You know what's funny? I have sitting James White of New England against the Legion of Boom, but here's why. Because Dion Lewis is finally back from injury, and he's going to take away quite a bit of those. He'll be eased back, but he'll take away James White's role, and he's just a better back. So James White might be non-existent this week or beginning next week, so watch for that. Dion Lewis.
Can't do it.
They're not invincible though, especially on the road. They're on the road. So
Jimmy Graham was invincible this week.
James Stark should be back. Watch for that. Chris Ivory got more touches than Yeldon in Jacksonville, and they have they're giving him the ball. He rushed it 18 times for 100 yards. Or something like that. I think he had 18 more carries than Yeldon. Something like that. It was a big number. Matt Forte's got a good matchup. Sproles might be my play of the week because that game's going to be a shootout. He's going to get a lot of catches, PPR, and he's the starting running back. So let's go to wide receivers.
All right, wide receivers. Of course, my start of the week, Alshon Jeffrey. Against Tampa Bay, he has Cutler back. There's chemistry between them, and he could put up big numbers.
He could.
Jordan Matthews against Atlanta. A lot of usage. If you saw last week, Mike Evans got 32 points.
Well, Mike Evans is Mike Evans. So.
Atlanta, everyone who's been playing Atlanta, all the wide receivers have been getting money. So
it's a good week. Good matchup anyway.
Yep. And then Mike Wallace, of course, against Cleveland, because that's just obvious. And did you see his catch this last week?
Was a 95-yard touchdown?
Yeah, and then facts from previous games with Cleveland is he scored 18 points against them. So he could put up money this week.
He's a good play. No, he really is.
I like the word money. And then sleeper, I think you said this last week, Corey Coleman. Against Baltimore.
I like it.
I think he has chemistry to build with Cody Kessler, and he was the number one wide receiver until the season.
He's better with McCown in there, so you have to kind of watch that, but I think he's a must-start.
They'll build.
It was his first game back last week from injury. He's going to keep getting better and building more chemistry, like you said, with Kessler. So I do have Coleman. That's good. I like Randall Cobb this week if he's healthy. He only played like the second half last week because of a hamstring. He scored a touchdown in like 5 consecutive games or something like that. It's been great. So he's the go-to guy.
I have a sitter.
Oh, you have a sitter. Go for it. I'm sorry.
I do. He always forgets to have a sitter.
Go for it.
Michael Thomas against Denver.
Oh, no.
Yes. They're tough against the run. Yes.
Yeah, but he's been good.
But they're tough against the run.
Yeah, but he's a wide receiver. Michael Thomas?
I know we're on wide receivers.
Yeah, but if they're tough against the run, they're going to pass, and he should be okay.
Yeah, but they're tough.
No, Seattle.
Either way.
Listen, anybody against Seattle is not a good matchup because Sherman will probably shadow Thomas because he's been their go-to guy, or Cooks. I don't know.
I meant to say they're tough to run against.
I think Thomas is going to be okay this week because I think Sherman will be on Cooks.
Nah.
So.
Did you see what Sherman did to that kicker?
We'll see. Yeah, well.
Sherman is on top of his game.
Look out for Rashard Matthews for Tennessee. He's been the go-to guy lately there. Denver has a really great matchup, as I said this week. Sanders and Thomas both should do well this week. So watch for that. I have a sleeper. You ready? Eli Rogers from Pittsburgh. He's like their 5th wide receiver going into this season. Now he's the number 2 because of injuries and various other things. The number 2 receiver always does well for Pittsburgh. He did well last week too. So watch for Eli Rogers as a sleeper wide receiver. Let me start with tight end.
Did you have a sitter?
Nah.
No.
It's hard to sit and start wide receivers because they're all inconsistent anyway. I just think even Michael Thomas has just as good a chance this week as he has been, and he's been pretty good. So
we shall see.
Tight end. So besides from the obvious, I really like Travis Kelce this week of Kansas City.
I got Travis.
I think Macklin's out. I mean, he's really going to be their go-to guy. Zach Ertz finally appeared last week, and he's against Atlanta. No-brainer there. Jacob Tamme or Hooper of Atlanta at Philly. Either one of them is a decent start if you need somebody. A sleeper, I like Lance Kendricks. He's come on the last 2 weeks. He did drop a pass that I watched last week that kind of hurt him, but he still had almost 100 yards, I think, 2 weeks in a row. So Lance Kendricks of LA has been pretty good. Cameron Brate, we've been talking about him for weeks.
You love Cameron Brate.
He did well again last week. I don't love him, but again, if you got a guy in a bye week or something, even if you don't, these are guys you can feel comfortable starting that will get 50, 60, maybe 80 yards and possible touchdown. I mean, that's all you can ask for a tight end is 5 to 8 points and a possible touchdown.
All right, my tight ends, I have Travis Kelce as well. He's been consistent, so I would definitely
been better.
pick him up. Yeah, they potentially have to pass this game, so Travis Kelce all over it. Tyler Eifert.
Oh, I love him.
Tyler Eifert.
He's back.
Against the Giants.
He's healthy now.
He is healthy. He's a big guy. End zone.
He had a great game before the bye week, too.
I don't know if you're going to like this one, but Zach Miller.
I don't.
I do. Zach Miller against Tampa Bay. He never agrees with me, but it's okay. That's why we're here. Sleeper.
He's touchdown dependent, though, we'll see.
I really like Virgil Green as my sleeper. I pick him up every week as a sleeper. But this week, we could put up numbers. And then I'm going to sit Gary Barnidge. Your favorite guy.
Nah, I don't even like Barnes that much. He is way underachieved this year, but yeah, he's not bad. Tight ends are tough, guys. Tight ends are tough. You can't expect too much production outside of 2 or 3, 4 guys. So, I mean, Jimmy Graham had a great game, but even he's been, inconsistent. So
I'm starting with defense this week because I know it's his favorite.
yeah, I love defensive matchups.
It's his favorite.
Let's see who you got. Let's see if I agree.
I just have 2 this week.
Oh, I just have 4. There's not that many great defensive matchups this week. So, okay.
I have Baltimore against Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
And then I have Carolina against Kansas City.
I didn't think about that one, but that makes sense. Kansas City doesn't have an explosive offense. They got 2 injured running backs. Jeremy Maclin might be out. Their quarterback might be out. Smith, Carolina might be a good spot play this week as well. And they've been playing a little bit better. Okay.
I did my homework.
Good. So I do have Baltimore as well. I like you could put the Jets at home against LA. Again, not a great start, but not a bad matchup. Washington at home against Minnesota. Another good spot start. Minnesota's really been struggling in offense. And Jacksonville at home against Houston. Houston's been really struggling too.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler.
So again, I mean, if you need a spot start, that's a decent option. Those are 4 decent options. So
it's very rare for him to just name 4 because that's his favorite. That's like me wanting to name kickers all day.
I don't even draft a defense in my fantasy leagues. I don't draft defense or kicker until the very end. And I just go by matchups each week. It usually works out. So I picked up San Diego last week. They had 2 touchdowns. I mean, you can't really predict touchdowns, but it was a good matchup. And I also picked up Miami in my other league, and they did well.
I had Miami too.
So I went by matchups, and both my defenses did well that I chose. So, I mean, it doesn't always work that way, but... All right, so hey, we're Ed and Nagsheen for MLive. This has been week 10 of fantasy football. Make sure you comment at the bottom of the page. We'll answer your questions all week. You can comment on the YouTube video as well. So good luck, everybody, in your leagues.
Don't forget to ask us your questions on our Twitter pages as well. Mine's @Nagsheen, and I'm going to let Edward say his.
Just Paparazzo Pevos.
Paparazzo Pevos, because we get those directly. Sometimes we miss your last-second comments, but definitely we will try to get them all in. And this is week 10 fantasy football. Good luck, everyone.